my name is Andrew, and welcome on back to Minecraft. For those who have missed the last episode, we did a little bit of exploring, and we might have slayed a couple monsters. Um, Today's episode is going to be a bit of a interesting one, just to say the least. What I plan on doing today is actually going to get started on actually building up our house. This house by far does not look the greatest. I wasn't intending on this to be the greatest when I had created it, but definitely it is gonna get changed for sure. But what I need to do is go and collect the materials for that, and I will go and do so off camera. So we will be right on back, and we'll go ahead and do so. So I will be back shortly. Okay, guys, so I just spent the past 15-20 minutes or so just chopping down that forest that was right behind me. Don't judge me. But what we will go ahead and sit here and do is I'm going to go ahead and get this place transformed right here. Okay? So, once again, I will catch you guys in just a moment, but this time, you guys are going to see me time-lapse this build. So, give me just a second here. Hey there guys, so we are going to be redoing the starter house that we had built on the first episode. For those who may have remembered it, it was pretty much just a from scratch creation that we decided to go off of. And as I'm building this, I'm thinking to myself, like, how big do I actually want this house to be? Because I'm coming up with this design on the fly. So it's not necessarily that I'm thinking of this last minute, more so I have no time to create this at all. Mostly because I'm actually in the middle of also recording the next episode of, or the first episode I should say, of the brand new City Skyline series that is coming out tomorrow as of the time this video is being recorded. So for those who may not know, I have a City Skyline series that is due to come out tomorrow. For those who want to actually check it out, you guys can go and take a look at my channel. It should be out by 1 p.m. Central Time tomorrow afternoon. So please bear with me and hopefully I get it out on time. Cross my fingers, please. And one thing I did want to focus on is I wanted to focus on how big I wanted this house to be. This house right now, I am making it about I want to say a 15 by 11, which I eventually decide to sit there and say, okay, maybe it's not going to be this big, and I go and cut off one edge around it and make that the wall for the entire house. This house is drastically bigger than what it needs to be at the moment, but it serves its purpose very well. One thing I did forget to do while I was in the middle of recording this, I forgot to light up the build. Good thing though that we had torches all around us, and because of the fact that Minecraft spawn limits dictate that mobs will not spawn within a, I want to say 32 block radius of you, it didn't affect us whatsoever. So in that case then, I wanted to make sure that this house had a good upfront appeal to it. At first I was thinking, okay, well let's go ahead and just create the outline of the house and see where we can go from there. Eventually I got to the point where I'm like, okay, we gotta go and plan this out a bit better. Right now it's looking a bit boxy, so obviously you guys are seeing that I'm actually creating more oak wood planks, that is, to go ahead and finish building up the house. And of course you guys see that it's uneven right here and I had to fix that up. And I eventually sit there and say, okay, what is it that I want this house to look like? It's gonna look very boxy once when you guys see the finished product, and it's not even finished by the time this time lapse is done. I pretty much only got the main portion of the house, both structurally created and also part of the roof started. You guys will actually see that here in a little bit once when I explain it in the game. As well as I wanted to focus on revamping the actual house itself. Here you guys can see me doing the woodworking for the edge of the house right here. I do end up falling off a lot, so if you're one of those Oh, here's the part where I'm like, ooh, I need to actually landscape it, because that did not look good with having that that log go down into the actual grass. That did not look good at all, in my opinion. Oh, that actually looks pretty good. It kind of looks like a little archway in front of the house. I kind of like that. Right here, you guys can see it's getting close to nighttime here. I think I slow down and, yeah, try to go to bed. My characters, I'm like, come on, eat an apple and go to sleep. There we go. So what is it that we're gonna be doing after this speed build, or this build right here? We're gonna go ahead and I'm gonna work on getting a mine created for us once when we come back for the next episode. I'm gonna be working on the next episode over the weekend, so if you guys have any suggestions, please do go and let me know before the weekend, so that way I can go and get them put in as soon as possible. And then right here, I go ahead and do some. I epically fail. I go ahead and do some uh, work on the top, so that way I can get started. This part right here I like, where I go ahead and extend the oak wood. Yeah. One thing that I do want to note is that I know that the oak wood is only aesthetics right now. I'm not wanting to make it so that way the oak wood is the only thing that's going to be up there on the roof. It is not. We're going to have a full wood slab roof, and I'm going to go ahead and try my best to go ahead and work around with it. Also, the time lapse is coming to an end, unfortunately, so I do need to let you guys off here, and I will go and catch you guys in the next video. Well, actually, in the game, so check it out. Okay, folks, so that was a little bit of a time lapse for you guys. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed that. We're not done with this house, I guess, because right now it's not really looking like a house. It doesn't have the windows in place, at least the window glass that it needs. Words are hard. And then it doesn't have an actual roof. Let's go ahead and actually show you guys what I did here in case you guys missed it for that last portion. What I did is I put on these corners that they would be half slabs. Now, the reason I'm using half slabs instead of full blocks as a roof is because half slabs are non-spawnable, so we won't get any mobs spawning on the roof. That doesn't mean that mobs won't get up there, it just means that mobs won't spawn on the roof. They will spawn, however, on top of the logs that I have surrounding the actual house itself, but I have a plan for that in the future, but I have to wait a little bit until we can fix that up. Now, one thing I did want to create a suggestion about is if you are creating your own build, you want to really have an area that you know you are going to be able to use 100% of the time. This is, of course, our starter house. We are going to be using this pretty much 90% of the time while we're in the game. It's going to be the main place that we have our storage, main place that we do our crafting, main place that we do our smelting, including the main place that we sleep at. So what I'm going to go and do here is, well, quickly, I want to move these items around. The crafting table, no, I got to use pickaxe for the furnace, okay? And then also the actual wooden chest. A lot of stuff is gonna come out, but oh well. Now, what are we gonna do with all this? Furnace, or not furnace, but crafting table, chests, and furnace. That's what we're gonna focus on first. The crafting table, I think we want to have over in this corner. Yep. And then I want to get the chests in here. I think the chests would be a good spot to have underneath, or over on this side actually, because that way we can have them directly underneath these windows. I'm gonna get another one in, but that'll be a little while. We will go and get the materials that we lost in there. In fact, let's go and do that right now real quick. Boom, boom, boom. I'm pretty much going to put all this and then take out whatever stuff I do not need. Uh, Okay, we do need to actually have the furnace, birch planks. I do need the iron, not desperately, but I do still need it. And then we will need the dirt a little bit more, but I'm not going to have that in my hot bar. Let's go and pick up the rest of these items then. If I actually don't throw away my other items first off. And then let's just go ahead and place you. Yep, all of you guys in there. Yep, go. Get. Yep. Um, and that'll do us. Yep. The furnace, I think, should go pretty much right here. Eventually, I want to get like a furnace array going, and we will develop that further. This bed, however, let's go and move this right here in the center. And that is pretty much going to be the layout of our house for the time being. We will go and expand this further on. I'm most likely going to do some work off camera and get this place tidied up a bit, get some more resources as well since we do need it. I know we got a lot of resources right here, but this is nowhere near enough to where we actually need it to be, because that's only like a stack and a quarter right there. We got 4 stacks of birch planks and a bit, a little bit of logs, and then a lot of dirt. But nonetheless, ladies and gentlemen, I will see you guys in the next episode. So if you guys did enjoy this episode, you guys liked the whole time lapse in the middle of it and everything, please do go and let me know in the comments down below, and I will see you guys in the next episode. Bye for now.